Generals, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Generals, Gentlemen, and welcome back to Company of Heroes 2. Once again, we are joined by the illustrious Lifer.
That's me.
I've changed my name. I'm the Machine.
And I don't want to change mine. Can I leave mine where it is, or?
I knew it was going to happen. Sooner or later, I knew I was going to say I'm Owned Machine. But I'm the Machine. I no longer have a name that makes me sound like I'm 13. But a bold move coming out of our Soviet Vindicarex, locking in his commander already. And personally, I don't even like this commander. I forget what its name. Do you remember?
No, but it's got Hit the Dirt and it's got guards and it's got the Howitzer.
I've had to play out against it a few times. I mean, it was one of the really common ones, like really early in Company of Heroes 2 when Hit the Dirt was like ridiculously overpowered.
Yeah, when it was 50% damage reduction plus heavy cover.
But like even now, Hit the Dirt is just like, please rifle nade me. It's a good way to waste the Germans' munitions by going, look man, I've hit the dirt. You should probably rifle nade me.
Well, all it is light cover.
Yeah,
like,
that's pretty much it.
If you just stand in heavy cover or just engage anyway in a better position, nice wire will prevent that heavy cover. But as for our German, who do we have here?
SturmTigerGiap once again. Actually, I think it's called Guards Rifle Combined Arms. I think is what that tactic's called.
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
I think that is right, actually. Well done.
Other than that, it was one of the first three.
Yeah.
This commander.
It's the default selection, and it was really powerful when the game first came out. People used to call Hit the Dirt God mode because it stacked cover. So if you were in heavy and then you used it, it like doubled it or something like that. So it's nowhere near that powerful now, but I like to use it occasionally, and you know, not getting pinned is very nice. If you've got a full 6-man squad of conscripts shooting an MG42, and you're not getting pinned, you're going to do quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, it's good because it means that you can get out of the Hit the Dirt and then you start flanking, where normally, like, if the MG fires you get suppressed, and even if the MG refaces, there's still a several second delay until you can move back in because of the suppression until it wears off, where you can unactivate it and just move straight away. Yeah,
PPSHs as well, they're still really powerful, especially with the LMG upgrades to Grenadiers, because they're not very good in close combat, and because Colony Firma has so many points where you can flank around. There's got a lot of flank routes, there's a lot of kind of vision blockers, I suppose you'd call them. It does give you the opportunity to flank with those PPSHs and often win engagements against Grenadiers that you ordinarily wouldn't, and does encourage some more heavy MG play. We've got one already coming out of SturmTigerGiap.
Oh, coming in close. I thought that was a bit of a curious move to come in and face those conscripts at that kind of range. I realized the MG was going to open up, but it's not going to get the suppression when they've got heavy cover.
Yeah.
Did actually neutralize the munitions point, and for a brief second decapped the cut off the field, but not quite.
I don't like this map.
Aww.
That's what SturmTigerGiap says. Well, too bad he's playing on it.
But Colony Firm is like the best map, and SturmTigerGiap's on the left side. He shouldn't be complaining.
Yeah, it's definitely the better position
to be in. Yeah. Other than that, what do we have?
No, he's the Ostier.
Oh, he is, of course.
Yeah.
Oh well, he's blue. That's strange. Why is it blue?
Yeah, the text changed.
It should be the same color.
I guess it's whoever submitted the replay. It must be.
Maybe.
I don't know how it is, but yeah, Vindicarex is going to go for a bit of a cap here, and it's SturmTigerGiap. We've seen this strategy from him before. He plays very defensive because of his cutoff, and then pushes back slowly when he has enough Grenadiers to form critical mass. He doesn't want to push out, lose the initiative, and lose his cutoff, so he tends to just hold it where he is. It's nice why. He normally goes for a massive wall of it, but the conscripts will find the rear way, the flanking route, securing the Getty cap.
For now though, Vindicare has both of the fuels, and that's a really bad spot to be in if your opponent has double fuels. Nice cutoff though. SturmTigerGiap will not only cut off the fuel, but also 3 of the strat points, while also capping this fuel. So good movement there. Going for the pretty fast tier 2, so we'll have some maxims, but for now, floating 500 munitions.
I think perhaps he might be thinking about a mortar with that MG holding the church in the middle, but we'll see if he goes maximum mortar from the start.
Yeah, I think the fact that this territory is all being captured is entirely because of that float. That could be 2 more con squads that will just defend these points.
Yeah, given you've got the PPSHs, I mean, why not have 4 conscript squads given the float that we are seeing there? But obviously, we're going to go for a couple of early somethings. We'll see what does come out of that tier 2 there.
Garrison was taken, and there's no Molotovs there, so we'll lure our way, go for the VP instead, but did neutralize that fuel point. So SturmTigerGiap, though, still on the back foot, really not having much territory. Not a lot of income either for Vindicarex, but once he gets that point back up, he'll start to get in more and more income.
A bit curious that he was floating so much manpower there. He got the healing upgrade on the command center, and he is going for that mortar now, so he's dropped down, but he had about 500 manpower, so he could have thought about it. Oh, negative cover here is pretty nasty. Yeah,
that's disastrous, especially when it's that early in the game. Like, it's fair enough floating when you have a lot of squads and you really just don't have the multitasking to do 9 things at once. But when you only have 3 squads of conscripts, there really is no excuse for floating that much. Especially when, field medics, they're so easy to build, you don't have to build a bunker preemptively like you do for Germans. Going in for engage now, strange that SturmTiger backed away considering how low those the conscripts were. Yeah,
probably had the correct engage there, but of course having the range will drop a couple more models. It's fun the 2v1 here as well. And the competition is like having 10 conscripts moving together, which is always nice.
Yeah, indeed. They have the same rifle output as conscripts, so it is effectively the output of 10, minus the URAR, of course. So SturmTigerGiap is trying to desperately hold on to his point. This wire is nice because it means that you can't run through there, but it's actually deep snow, so you can't really cap through there anyway. You'll generally just go through the road.
I really am impressed with Vindicarex's playstyle. Despite, remember that he has 3 conscript squads, he still managed to cap virtually the entire map and still fire the 2v1s and the decaps. he's down on squads and he's still seeming to win this, which I think is pretty impressive.
I think a big part of that is probably because their MG hasn't done anything for such a long time. It sat in the middle, engaged the first squad, and just sat there. Personally, I don't like to put them in buildings all that often because of the reset, the reface. It takes a long time to target. You get a lot more use out of them in the field like this. And see, this is what I was talking about. He's hit the dirt in heavy cover. He's shooting back.
In front of it, though.
Yeah, it's got the symbol there. I guess he's maybe only one model's got a heavy. But he got one of the models for the MG there. But already we're seeing the MG40 doing a lot more than it was just sitting in that church.
Yeah, he may have not even got the cap because he may have got pinned. So it will guarantee you capture the point with the hit the dirt. But other than that, let's see how our Soviet Vindicarex actually copes with not having any heavy tanks in the late game. The meta right now, it really is quite dependent and...
Oh, just saw a Grenadier go down.
Yeah, at the top there.
Yeah, on that fuel point right there.
Was that a mine?
I think there was a mine and there was one man left. You can see his corpse next to the fire. Yeah, the conscripts got up and finished him.
Yeah, because not having any heavy tanks, it makes it hard to deal with Panthers and with Tigers. Because Su-85s are great against those units, but not on a map like Kolodny. There's just too many shot blockers and choke points that it makes the Su-85s not really viable. He's going to have to go with T-34-76s, which it can be hard to deal with the heavier German armor.
Definitely can be tough, and as well as having that Howitzer can be destroyed by what we'd like to refer to as one-clicks. Any type of really bombing runs or other shots coming out from
light artillery
barrages. Anything really can not only decrew but also destroy the Howitzer. It's making it quite difficult. There are some nice camping spots for it, though. I mean, putting it behind the massive garrison makes it a little bit harder to get to and destroy. But yeah, as you were saying, yeah, Su-85 is not great on Kolodny, so we'll have to see if he manages to pull it off. Thus far, PPSHs have gone down now.
Yeah, he's going to be able to gauge very effectively with PPSHs. As long as he doesn't drop too many units closing in a 1v1, he should be fine. The thing is with PPSHs, though, is even if he loses half of the squad, because the PPSHs never die, may even lose that squad,
He's got to be careful with that squad coming from the north, for sure.
PPSHs will die, apparently. Just kidding.
Oh no!
What I mean though is it's always the riflemen that drop their guns. So the PPSHs.
There you go. RNG more.
Well, that was Vindicare. I mean, it was. He took a lot of damage than what he did normally.
Yeah, you can normally even win the 3v4s once you actually get to the cover. It is possibly. That's a nice hit to dirt.
Yeah, that's pretty disastrous. Won't get any kills there. He couldn't chase because he hit the dirting.
Yeah.
I don't know why he hit the dirt because he was behind the light cover.
Yeah, would have won that engagement.
Because light cover and hit the dirt is the same thing. They don't do anything
true.
else apart from suppression immunity. Scout car on the field is a good choice, especially against that mortar. But you got to be careful of the mines. Again, a very choke pointy map.
The cover's now been denied there, and the mortar's a negative cover. The car has been wrecked, and that's going to start taking some punishment. So he's got to get out.
Scout car's playing very, very aggressive. Drove through pretty much a lot of the standard mine positions.
He could get a bit of a chase here on these guards, maybe do a bit of damage on the retreat.
Definitely could there. The Flamer may find a crit or two, as well as having those Grenadier squads. It's not a very good retreat path.
Maxim will be pretty powerful though. Maxim's, as well as the other MGs, got a recent buff in the latest patch where they do more penetration against vehicles. I like how Vindicare was actually trying to flank with the guards, because it means that if the scout car just was driving back to base for repairs, driving past the guards, he probably would have lost the scout car. Unfortunately though for Vindicare, the pioneers in the garrison were not only scouting the guards, but also doing some good damage with the flamer, and then that allowed the MG to reposition.
Fantastic point there. we do see coming out of pack here. Getting here for SturmTigerGiap. That's going to be a nice pickup, and we'll give him a little bit more safety with that 222 if we do have any counters coming out from Vindicarex.
I was thinking that might have been a bit of an early pack, but I'm just looking over at the base of Vindicarex, and he's got tier 3 going up, so he's predicted this, which is nice, because he's got, well, clearly he's had both fuels most of the game, so he's seeing that he's got to get ready, and I like this move going for tier 3, because so often we've talked about this, players wait for the call-ons. He's had fuel advantage, he wants to press that advantage, and tier 3 is a good way to do it.
And what call-ons?
Of course. Get any call-ons. So.
Fair point.
Never mind.
Now, remind me, does it get the IL-2 or the IL...
It's the strafing one.
Yeah, it is the strafe, isn't it? Okay.
And that's the good one as well. The one that strafes like 3 times, not like the advanced warfare that only strafes once. So it's actually pretty powerful, that strafing gun.
It's very expensive though. Is that the 240 unit? 180 now. Oh, I think it might have been 240 in the past, but...
Just going to a little bit of change there. Guards will chill quite nicely with the Grenadiers in that heavy cover. It's going to be quite fantastic. Oh, the blocking of the Maxim.
Yeah, we'll be able to chase that one down. Gets the wipe, and the Maxim, it can be crude. The guards are nearby though, and as well as the mortar. The scout car can even actually destroy the Maxim. It takes a while, but with the main gun, you can destroy it with the attack command. That mortar team was decrewed by the PPSH conscripts. A very, very bold move going for the VP cap with the mortar.
Feeling quite confident there, Vindicarex. Obviously thinking he can hold on to that one, but only 2 of those conscript squads actually have PPSHs, so it's 2 cons and guards. So he's starting to lose a little bit in terms of map pressure, especially with that scout car on the field. Pigrin's sorry, excuse me. Pigrin's squad is going to be built up here by SturmTigerGiap.
And a T70, that's cool. We don't see that unit that often these days, but I'm still a bit of a fan. It's a little bit expensive on the fuel side of things, but you can exploit some openings, and then, you know, it's not good up the middle, but it's great around the flanks, especially if you can isolate that 222. You might be able to take that thing down and then harass on the fuels on the wings.
It's a very, very niche unit, because the T-34 is just better in every regard. More health, more damage against infantry as well as tanks. It's just a better unit, but the 25 fuel, it can make a difference, especially on a map like Kolodny, where the cutoffs are so brutal. If you use the T-70 to take those cutoffs, then the 25 fuel will actually make a very big difference, because it'll take a long time for your opponent to get to the tier 3, get their own still good P4, where normally if you have the T-34 it will be a bit later, but because of how much more fuel the opponent has had, they got that packed earlier. Gets the false though, bit of a misplay there. Gets a wipe though.
Yeah, definitely worth.
I think it was the blizzard, right? So he couldn't see that unit because of the driving snow, and he moved right up to it. He knew something was there.
Wow.
And turns out, well,
T-70's having a fun time. Will the T-22 find any damage under the T-70? That's my question.
Scout car needs to make sure it doesn't waste its burst on the conscripts, because the scout cars, they fire in a burst, and there's a pretty long cooldown time in between that burst. Vet 2 though as well will give it weapon accuracy, so we'll trade a bit better with the T-70. T-70 will win regardless, but given how weak it was, it may get taken out. But the engineers repaired it up too fast.
Oh, I don't think you want to stay there.
Yeah, the T-70 has a much better fire rate, and it's not in a bursty sense. 222's got to be careful. The Uro went down. Did the conscripts find the range for the 18? They did not.
He may have been able to kill it if the engineers weren't repairing that, but very clutch repairing indeed.
We've got Panzer Grenadiers right on this Maxim. He's not going to get out of there, I don't think.
Yeah, gets that one indeed. It's actually an interesting choice, because...
Definitely, I agree.
P-Grens, I think they're just not good against PPSH conscripts.
That's a big deal.
They're okay defensively, but I think against PPSH conscripts, it's just not really worth their investment. He may want to get the P-Shreks though. The P-Shreks are going to be nice, especially against a T-70.
They have great accuracy and long range against targets like that T-70. And if you get in a garrison and a tank drives by, they're lethal. But they're not what they used to be, are they? Oh, this is interesting. We've got a new commander here. We've got the Puma selection, which is...
counterattack?
That's the ability. No, that one's the... I can't remember what that one's called.
Because it's land lease and...
I'm pretty sure it's counterattack.
I'm pretty sure it's counterattack tactics.
No, that's a Soviet commander.
Oh, isn't it?
This is an Ost-tier one.
Oh, going for the decap pack though can get it in 2 shots. It's interesting because sometimes a T-70 dies in 2, sometimes it's 3.
Yeah. It varies. It's weird like that. A lot of a sliver of health kind of survivabilities, but the Pumas will be very, very nice, and the reason for that is PPSHs are only available on a couple of doctrines, so, and given the ones that we had Vindicarex actually selected. He knows that there's no like tank call-ins coming in, and the Pumas are fantastic against tier 3, and even SU-85s if they can find the flank, and Pumas I think will be so hard to deal with.
The Pumas are just so good against T-34s.
Their penetration is just sensational.
Yeah, their range, their health, it's very misleading given the fact that it's essentially an armored car. And SU-85s, wow.
Hit 3.
Yeah, almost gets taken up by the AT grenade. SU-85s I don't think we'll see because of the weakness of them on this map, but even then the Pumas can just flank so easily through those roads.
And you can kind of hit a critical mass with those Pumas. I think when you get about 3 of them, they're two salvos, it's T-34 gone.
Yeah.
And with a target weak point, such a powerful ability. Oh, I think he's going to trace this down.
Yeah, the Pumas are so fast, such a good fire rate as well, it's insane.
Excellent counter to the T-70.
Yeah, it definitely is. And having the command tank available as well means you don't have to go tier 3. If you do want a P4, having the command tank can be quite nice if you can keep it alive. It does give you that defensive bonus. So overall, it's quite a nice nice commander to actually go for.
Yeah.
Well, they complement each other so well. The Puma is the anti-tank option, and the command tank is so good against infantry.
I think the weakness of the Pumas is dealing with the heavy tanks, the IS-2 and the T-34-85s, but they're not an option. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Guards can be okay against them because Pumas just have no anti-infantry damage. They have a very, very low accuracy. Guards take a while to kill, but they definitely are a pretty hard counter to the Pumas.
Despite all of this, Vindicarex has taken a huge swath of the map. The T-70 obviously opened the door a bit. Now that's gone, but what have we got? I think he might have called on a T-34.
Yeah, he's got one on the field now, but with the pack and the Puma and possibly even Shreks, we don't quite have enough munitions for the P-Shreks, but it wouldn't be surprised to see those later on. The T-34 is going to have to play it very carefully, but the Mortar's doing some pretty good work because of how grouped up we do see SturmTigerGiap. May even clear though with a rifle nade.
Be careful, just get a retreat there. Yeah, I think there was a squad. No, the T-34 is off to the side. So, yeah, as you're saying, I don't think there was really a choice but to go for the T-34. I mean, I really wouldn't want to do it. It's like, he's got Pumas, but I can only go T-34 or another T-70, and I don't really want to do that.
He's got assist now as well, right?
Yeah, so I would hope so, yeah.
That's what you need
pretty important,
Pumas.
yeah.
Definitely, and mines as well. Like, if you can mine the roads. Because Pumas are strong on the roads because of just that insane movement speed that synergizes quite well with their existing movement speed. Guards are Vet 2 as well, and the thing is as well with this commander here, there's no smoke, so Pumas won't be able to just use the Hazard Tactician and just smoke out of that button.
Could lose a squad here.
Yeah, he backs away from that one. Mortar almost getting the wipe, and because it is Vet 1, it will get a pretty huge power spike with that Precision Barrage.
I think mines would be a fantastic pickup here at the moment for Vindicarex, yes. Really nice map control. I'm not sure how much longer he can actually hold that for. Now he's going to start losing tanks and stuff. If you can keep the T-70, T-34 safe and then just back over mines. Pumas, you have like a nature with the Pumas. Also what's on land lease? It's the
Shermans.
Shermans, of course. You just feel this innate need to use their insane movement speed to chase stuff down.
Yeah.
So it can be kind of like the mind bait. The Maxim is white for about, I think, the 6th or 7th time this game.
Got double teamed.
Yeah.
The Puma can kill it easily, but he doesn't want to. He wants to keep getting free kills. Other than that, the other thing as well that I haven't seen is I would imagine the strafe will be powerful. The ABSHs will be pretty good against the retreating P-Grins, but won't go for the chase.
Yeah, the strafe on light-skinned vehicles like these armoured cars is going to be a good option. Maybe that's why he's holding onto a few munitions.
Yeah, I would say so. He can still afford it now, but the thing is with mines, it's really easy to spam mines when you have the whole map because you can just safely build them behind vision. But when you're pretty even, when you're about half-half, it can be hard to plant those aggressive mines because you often get scouted out. Nice flank. Guards are very hard to flank because of their no URA and lack of firing on the move with the DPs, but he managed to do so and took out the MG. Flamer doing some pretty good damage, and denying that MG with the T-34 would be such a good choice. There is the pack though, so you'd have to sort of position behind the garrison, but that MG's going to be recruited. He could have killed it.
Sounds like we had a Soviet Union go down somewhere. Soviet unit go down somewhere on the map.
Yeah, I think so. Something must have gone down somewhere. Some of the hit choices here from Vindicarex have been a little bit questionable. A lot of times he's kind of hitting the dirt, and then the Grenadier squad just backs off, and he's in a losing engagement anyway.
Look at that drift.
To lose it. It's like, wow.
Oh, there's mines on the road. There's one here and here. That was a mortar shell, I believe.
Go for the bulletin. Go for the bulletin. Take out the scout cut. No, it's... Has he built a howitzer? He's built a howitzer.
I thought, yeah, mortars can't do that. I was going to say.
Nice.
Nice howitzer, though. And that's actually a pretty strong unit now because On this Puma commander, there's no one-clicks that can just safely destroy.
That's awesome.
Wipes the Zis, so perhaps that was what we heard die easier. Puma is going for the kill. I think that's an excellent choice.
The Howitzer is quite a good move because SturmTigerGiap is playing a little bit defensively. He's got machine guns and packs, that kind of thing.
His attack grounding.
I don't think
it's going to take too long.
I don't think it's actually
You need
Q-clicking.
Q-click,
You
yeah.
don't. Well, if you grid the attack command,
Yeah.
attack ground, you just miss. You really should attack. He would have killed it by now. Has been recrewed though. Command tank could wipe that one easily though. Nice mine placement may bait a unit into there. This will walk away from this one. T-34 is on the field and it will be able to duel very well with the command tank, just not with the command tank and the Puma.
And the pack.
And a pack. And Vindicarex, which are still not affordable. I think these munitions have been constantly spent on rifle nades more than anything else. Map is pretty even though. It's a pretty big deficit on the VPs though. We do see Vindicarex is quite far ahead. 460 against the 290. SturmTigerGiap though is pushing back pretty well now. There's just no real answer for these Pumas.
I think we're seeing another support team, probably another Zis coming in from Vindicarex down the road. So, which is a great choice with the command tank and the Puma roaming around, and he might get a lucky shot on the 222 if it gets out of position.
Yeah, definitely needs that. It's a nice composition actually, having the command tank, you got the Puma, you got the 222, and when you keep them alive, getting like veteran C3 of them, it's so good to hold points with. They really have all sorts of different uses as you kind of head to the mid to late game. You just have to play a little bit more cautiously.
Has Giap taken his Maxim because he's not happy about something? So, you know, he recruited that like 4 times when he finally lost
Who's going to lose it this time? I wouldn't want to be that crew right now.
The problem with the conscripts, they actually have to like flank the MG. They can't just rifle nade it and then decrew it. Molotov though is an option because of the hit the dirt.
Oh, the Howitzer's laying in some shots. And we got the strafe coming in. This could be huge.
Gonna be deadly. Howitzer may find some targets. Strafe going for the P4, not very effective. Needs to really target the infantry. MG gets wiped by the Howitzer. Definitely paying off so far. Meanwhile, the top Puma and the T-34 do
Trading
clash
shots.
heads. T-34 trading very well, but couldn't chase because of the Grenadier squad, fearing that Panzerfaust.
Man, there is some seriously bad voodoo on that Maxim.
Yeah.
I'm talking like hardcore voodoo. We really need to count the amount of times it dies between now and then. I really think no one's going to cap it at this point. It's just too dangerous. Strafe comes through again. All this force off the
repairing
bios.
units
Yeah, that's
on
nice.
the road, on negative cover.
Gets
good.
the double damage, which is pretty brutal indeed. Not quite the Co-1 Strafe brutal. I remember losing 4 squads to...
The power, yeah.
It was just insane. But anyway, Puma needs to get repaired. It is very low and is 1 AT grenade away from death. One weakness of the Pumas is they do have thin armor. They have a lot of health, but with their low armor, they can actually get killed by small arms fire. That rifle grenade could absolutely wipe that squad.
That's where you don't want to hit the dirt, at the rifle grenade range.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh, T-22 is going to fire on some air units as well. I mean, how good is the AT damage on the 222? The AA damage on the 222? It's pretty decent.
Not as good as top-mounted Dushkas.
No, they're crazy,
Yeah,
but
they're
it's not
insane.
bad.
Even the Tiger top and Panther top MGs, any like top-mounted MGs, whether it be Dushkas or the MG42s, are actually
Yeah, we
pretty
could see
strong.
a grenade go in here on this. No, he's going to get out of there before.
May not
before they
even
can go.
need to.
Yeah.
Pigrins are good at chasing with their 100% far on the move accuracy. Mortar will back away from this one though. The field's being pushed back and it's just such nice aggression here. Really waiting until he has the critical mass and there's just nowhere to contest it because there's no heavy tanks.
I definitely love the Pigrin Micro coming out. We actually just saw the Shrek upgrade go down. The Pigrins really haven't been bleeding against PPSH cons. That's a definite possibility. So building them is dangerous, but it's been pulled off really well by SturmTigerGiap. He's just kept them alive thus far. Finally has the P-Shrek upgrade and really hasn't been bleeding manpower off them.
Yeah, I think it's been using them very defensively.
Yeah.
Pigrins, you can't really engage against PPSH cons, but you can use them to hold points and defend support weapons quite well. Howitzer is firing. Has only 4 kills, so
Pretty
not having...
close to Vet 1 though. It wouldn't take much more to get that veterancy, and that precision strike is lethal.
Yeah, it is indeed. This cutoff may be captured. A lot of support weapons on the ground.
Who wants the Maxim?
Yeah, I don't know. MG42 though would be a better option. Vet3 on the guards will trade pretty well against the command tank if it doesn't hit very often. And the thing is with this engagement is that long range, guards will have a much better time than the command tank will.
I think they're ultimately going to lose that. Oh, the T-34 will change things though.
Yeah, it's really nice movement actually. Getting the T-34s in as well as getting damage down from those speed HRSs. Command tank's going to have to back off from this one. I'm not sure. Yeah, the Puma was actually repaired, so the Puma is available for this fight.
Another one has just been called in as well, so the T-34 has to be so careful where it positions. I think we actually saw a T-34 get destroyed.
Yeah, I was just noticing we're missing one, so I don't know where that happened.
No, I missed that one. But anyway, this really is it on...
Could be on that left flank where that victory point is.
Oh, is it there?
Yeah, I think it was up there because the pack actually hit Vengeance 2 off it, so I think that must have been it.
Well, that sucks because it's really fighting a losing battle.
I don't know about this one. I think the T-34 is overcommitted here.
Vindicare caught out of position. Definitely not going to have a good time now. Guards in the back are firing, but they won't be very effective. Losing that second T-34 really is throwing away any chance of really fighting these Pumas.
Yeah, going way too deep. Even against a single Puma, that was a pretty bad idea from Vindicarex. We'll have to back these guards off. Having Veteran C3, what did it actually drop there? It was a DP. That's not what you want. Yeah, they haven't backed off yet. They're not retreating.
Well, that flame could have been...
members.
Yeah, the flamer could have just about wiped them then.
You got the DP on.
Oh, I got the DP on the Pyres. Man, they're going to be falling hard.
Can they pick that up with the flamethrower as well?
Must be. You pick up 2, can't you? Can you?
Where's my mouse that actually works?
Hang on, you want to scroll?
My silent mouse has a broken mouse wheel, so I can't actually zoom in. Mortar, though, not sure what we're doing down there. We'll get taken out on retreat.
Wow, this is not.
Yeah, there's a DP on the Pyos.
Oh,
DP and awesome. A flamer.
It's gonna be like the new meta. I think the MG, the mortar down the bottom is gonna get wasted. Was that the German recaptured mortar, or was the? Oh, it doesn't get. Did it get dropped?
It's 82 mil, so that's the regular Soviet one.
So that's the Soviet mortar. So it was in fact the German mortar there.
Pretty sure you can get 2 flamers, can't you?
Yes, you can. That's right.
I mean, it's 2 weapons, isn't it? 2 additional weapons.
There it goes.
There it goes.
Gone.
What? Did the Puma shoot it or something? Like,
I think a mortar.
I think it was that Maxim's bad voodoo. They must have like touched on the way past, or like anywhere near it, and you start losing units.
Oh, the Zis
it's so low.
It may finish off that. I think an attack grounded. The Puma is behind the tree, so it won't get hit without a nice attack ground command. Mortar can wipe that one, but may even get taken out by the P4 command tank. At this stage, the Pumas aren't going to be effective. There's just no tanks to deal with. But because of the Pumas, there's no way to take out this command tank, apart from Zis's. But it will take quite a while. Unless the P4 gets hit by a false or a mine, then the Zis's are going to have a hard time dealing with that P4.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, did we actually lose a Puma down there in the end? It was...
I think he limped away.
Yep. Limp away, yeah, no, he was surviving. That is quite nice. That garrison's going to be really annoying as well for Vindicarex.
Very aggressive play. Oh, we got the Osttrooper squad.
Such good
Vet 3, we got a Vet 3 Osttrooper squad.
Fantastic.
And one with an LMG as well.
That's not bad. I always get duds. I always get no veterancy and no upgrades.
Yeah, that's a shame. But if you can hold that garrison with the Osttrooper and the LMG, that's going to be a really good cost-effective way. The other thing as well with Osttrooper is they have just so many fasts. Like, they're a cheap squad, but having the fast gives them a lot of utility.
Not just that, we've seen a lot of weapons teams go down, and dare I say it, he might actually pick up the Maxim with him. But they're a good unit to go around collecting all of these items on the battlefield.
Yeah.
They're cheap.
Exactly.
How
did he not retreat through the heavy snow?
They knew.
Pro tip, don't mine on deep snow, because they get avoided by the AI. Yeah. Other than that, though, this P-Shrek squad has been an absolute pain in the ass. Didn't go for the barrage on the garrison, but all it takes is just a simple evac, and they got 60 munitions.
I think he might have thought the door was on that corner, like potentially, maybe, and was just hoping to like kind of like attack it at the same time, but good there in the end.
There was a squad there. PPSHs are going to be very effective against the Osttroop, and even with their LMGs. Pigrins as well, they only have one. I'm not sure why he's hit the dirt when he should be chasing.
He can't chase now.
He didn't need the cover. I mean, he really should just maximize his damage by chasing them down on the retreat. They do have a high fire on the move accuracy, but a very, very brutal medium range damage cutoff. So chasing units on retreat is so important.
Also because the LMG decreases effectiveness as you get closer to it, so he shouldn't have been too afraid of that owning him as he was coming in. Well, the damage was dealt. What did we just lose? A mortar.
Yeah, that's the Howitzer. 7 kills already. Howitzer been doing pretty good. Vet 1. Yeah, Vet 1. Now it's going to be able to effectively decrew weapons.
Oh, we got a M5 half track from Vindicarex, which is a nice option to reinforce in the field.
Yeah, it will be indeed. That's actually the was it the call-in?
Oh no, he's not Lend-Lease.
Of course. I just saw the guards come out and I was like, whoa, hang on. But they've Vet 3 in PTRS. But we can hope. They're a pretty fun unit to use. The PPSHs and the SVTs make those guards really powerful. But for now, the VPs are still not looking too good for SturmTigerGiap.
I think the Vet 3 guards should be retreated to get healing. They are less than 50% health. At this point, you know, it's going for the decap, but yeah, they're critical on the flame. Yeah, see,
wow, that nade.
Nice nade.
Yeah, they can wipe. Those nades are really powerful, but he just lost 4 guards. The other thing as well to bear in mind is there's a modifier that means when low vet squads attack high vet squads, they get veterancy faster. So the more units that you lose when they're higher vet, the more veterancy you will give, and that's never a thing you want to do.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to be giving away that veteran. See, these two Zisses, they're not having the best of times. They just really can't seem to find the kills onto those Pumas and such. If they can stay alive, they're going to start to get veterancy, which is nice. And again, the Howitzer is still alive, so that's going to pay off massively. And SturmTigerGiap, he's blowing very, very hard against a Howitzer.
Yeah, but he knows it's on cooldown.
Yeah,
Actually,
he's going, I think
it's firing now.
Is he going for it? Or?
Yeah, just in the nick of time. How effective will it be, though? Firing it destroys the church. So I think he was aiming at the MG. Oh, that mine!
No!
Did the Zis hit the mine?
And no, they walked over it,
I think they worked over at the same time,
Vindicarex. Yeah, probably wouldn't want to call GG after.
That's an early GG. I mean,
preemptive.
I think he's trolling.
No, look at the timer on the replay. I think he probably would have GG'd, but then like
I think GG I just killed your Shreks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I normally call GG when I get a Shrek on one of my conscript squads. But
who aggressively calls GG? That's BMing.
It's pretty bad.
You never aggressively call GG.
It's not unheard of though.
Unless you're trolling and like you're losing hard, I don't think it's really a good thing.
But nonetheless, a good victory there. Got to be feeling good about that one. If the M5 gets the meat grinder upgrade, it will be very, very powerful, and it's going to give some much-needed anti-infantry. But the Pumas will take it out very quickly, so it's going to have to.
You've got to be careful, and you kind of get tempted when you get that quad cannon upgrade to chase some units and go a little bit deeper than you would otherwise go.
Yeah, I think the M5 with the quad is the best squad wiper in the game. On retreat, it's
insane.
It's so good. But the VPs are sort of evened out a little bit, at least the rate of the depletion, as we do see two of them held by SturmTigerGiap. Pumas won't be very effective against the guards, so he can't engage this, especially with the veterancy.
Yeah, I agree. I might even say second guard squad, but because how low we are on conscripts, it does make it a little bit more difficult.
Well, he's got 730 manpower.
Yeah, that's
that's
a good point.
Would be a good option.
And it's not like he's saving up for any tanks. Maybe
I think he might be building another Howitzer.
Ah, nice.
Cool. It's unusual. One's unusual in 1v1. Two is very strange.
Yeah, it's risky, but bear in mind, Vindicare does have 350 manpower to play with, so he can do that, and it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to lose by a VP, because Howitzers, they're good, it's just a matter of how long will the Howitzer take to pay off. And when he has all the time in the world, it's not a huge problem. Bear in mind, this Howitzer has got 13 kills, so it's actually been doing a really good job.
Yeah, for sure. Playing very, very well, but I definitely agree with that. If you have the VP advantage and you can stall out those Howitzers, they're a great investment. How much are they on command? On
PopCap?
PopCap, yeah. They are 12 or something like that, or
15.
15.
So pretty big,
yeah,
but
big one.
there isn't really a lot of PopCap.
Given no late game tank call-ins, I think it definitely is a good pickup.
The other thing as well, though, that concerns me about these Howitzers is the Pumas will take them out very quickly. Because of this road here, and there's no mines, the Pumas can walk in. They can't really decrew them, so the P4 command tank will have to be there. But
there's the meat grinder.
Yeah, there we go. We'll start to have a maiden voyage. 4 kills already. They can get a lot of these grunts at long range, even with the veterancy. They're going to have to retreat straight away. But yeah, as I was saying, once the Howitzer gets decrewed, the Pumas can just destroy them with the attack command so quickly. So I would like to see some mines there, defending that.
These mines are going down onto that top VP. So a pretty good choice, and we'll stop any sneaking decaps, which is pretty much all that Vindicarex can do at the moment. Does walk into the MG, though. We'll have to retreat from that one. Howitzer's still firing away, and they're just still
probably at that MG.
Yeah.
Vindicare hasn't gone for the Molotovs. Now, that's a big surprise. Doesn't have a lot of munitions, but
I mean, now it's probably a bit late because of the single conscript squad, but
yeah.
Definitely before when I had a few of them, it would have been a good pickup.
But it just synergizes so well with the hit the dirt, because you can hit the dirt and still Molotov despite being within the MG range. Howitzer really is doing pretty well. 15 kills, and we'll get Vet 2 quite soon. Extra accuracy of rate and fire, it's really what you want to have for a Howitzer, because not only do you obviously hit more with the accuracy, but the high rate of fire means your opponent has less time to move out of the way before the second shell hits.
Looks like both players are getting ready for an engagement in the north. We've got a build-up of forces on both sides, so this will be entertaining.
But the build-up is definitely favouring SturmTigerGiap.
Yeah.
But again,
it would be a bloody fight with the Zis and the guards there.
If the guards can button the command tank, then the Zis won't get decrewed, especially because this can reinforce
right now.
Yeah, so that Zisk is going to be quite hard to deal with. Really spamming out these S mines, and that's going to really slow down Vindicare. Doesn't have any tanks, so he can't go for any of the crushing. But as I say that, of course, the T-34 is being built. T-34, though, it really has to follow around the guards. It can't go for those roams by itself.
Yeah, not having the guards at this point would be absolutely catastrophic for Vindicarex. It's all that's really winning him these battles against the Pumas. I mean, I guess all he wishes now is they weren't so squishy. They're dying really, really fast to the better conscript squad, grenadier squads and the rifle nades more than anything else. So they really have to play a little bit safer.
Pretty sure guards actually get armor at vet too, because they no longer have armor at like normally.
Yeah.
Grenadiers having a great time. This will have to walk through the neg cover for a. Oh no, it doesn't. But it will get T-crit.
It's always the guys that are carrying it.
4-man squad are just going to do so much damage to that.
Look at these craters. These craters are actually giving.
They might get out of it. Oh, there's
wow.
no
Oh no. That's a bummer. That loses the veterancy, which is always a shame, especially because how these Zisses are gonna have to be so powerful against these this Puma play. Otherwise, you know, the Pumas and the P4 will have free range. I'm surprised we haven't seen more heavy tanks come. But again, just as I said, there's a tier 4.
He's on the ball. SturmTigerGiap is.
At this stage, the Panzerwerfers would be able to take out the Howitzer, but I think what a better thing would be a Brumbar.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Of course, you're about to say.
I freaking love that thing. But you know, with it just annihilates guards, and it does a pretty good job against this guns.
Yeah, head on.
It can't be too worried about the T-34s because you've got Pumas, so it's going to roam around and own the field.
Yeah,
that's pretty good armor and health as well. The T-34 takes a while to kill it, and having that the Vet 1 stun ability is nice, and it even has a pretty high chance to just stun the tanks with their regular shots. Anyway, guards will
More
get
S-mines here.
Yeah, only one guard, not too bad. Double Pyos though, and the
with
DP.
The DP.
Yeah, that's
remember this, guys.
Much more effective than the Maxim.
Serious damage.
Oh, we got okay. This T-34 is in trouble. He's gonna get forested.
Massive trouble. Why is it that deep? What are you doing?
Excellent blocking though with the P4. Couldn't avoid that fault because the P4 was sitting there. Vindicarex didn't send it there, but apparently he sent it there. T-34s don't just drive in without sending it there. Bit of a shame because that T-34 it would have been so important. And now there's just there's no more tanks on the field, and I think I would like to see SturmTigerGiap go for the Howitzer snipe. He's going to need to carry a Minesweeper because you don't really want to advance through these without a Minesweeper, but if he does, then it really will cripple Vindicarex. 7 kills already on the other Howitzer.
Yeah. It's like a little baby brother that's slowly starting to outpass his sibling. I mean,
it's gonna hit puberty soon.
Very surely. I think you're right. The S-mines definitely do build at a different rate depending on how many members of the squad there are.
Of course they do.
Yeah, but what I was wondering is, does that happen with the repairs as well?
Yes.
Or,
and Soviet mines.
See, I never actually. What? I always assumed that, but I never knew it for sure until
well, that's
we
why
started playing it.
You got to merge your engines if they're repairing.
Yeah, which I do. But yeah, I always assumed that they did because I thought that would be a cool mechanic, but I never actually tested it in theory to see if it actually would work.
Well, it makes a big difference as well.
Makes a good sense, yeah.
Pumas
are a little bit low.
Yeah, other than that, SturmTigerGiap really is just in a commanding position. He just has free reign on the map. All he has to worry about is just not getting squad wiped by those howitzers. He does have a lot of money to play with, but you don't want to lose a veterancy from the howitzer.
What I like about his play here is he's up against 2 howitzers, and he's sort of abandoned the pack MG and play style. He's realized that if he keeps moving, he can just keep moving around the map, gaining control, fighting off wherever Vindicarex is in strength, because there's quite a nasty mine, but at least it didn't wipe the squad.
The guards might. And the garrison PPSHs.
PPSHs, but they're that medium range though. Would be safe.
That's my phone.
I think.
What's that retreat icon?
Can he be added into the cast or?
Yeah.
No, Katie, I don't think so, guys. Sorry, I know many females that play.
She doesn't know anything about CH2.
Okay.
Oh, but the quarter half track won't know much about CH2 for much longer if he gets taken out.
Oh no!
Does barely slip away. Puma's looking for the engaged. Guards are moving in. They're very weak, and with that blob, they can get taken out by a single command shot. MG has been recruited. Excellent timing. But I think these howitzers won't be very happy and will fire some angry shells. Oh, the Puma blob.
You don't want to blob like that.
No,
with
you don't.
On the field.
That's just probably the worst thing you can do. Pumas need to split away from that one. If only we were playing Command and Conquer, we could hit the X key right now and just auto-split.
If it was me controlling these howitzers, I would use Precision Strike right in between those two Pumas.
I mean,
think you could just about clear them.
Yeah, definitely, I agree.
Is he on cooldown?
Did that squad get... Oh, no,
he's on cooldown.
It's okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he was actually firing. Meanwhile, Zis facing down. There was a very aggressive squad there. I think he's trying to find the Faust on the half track. Didn't quite in the end.
There's the Brumbar.
Oh, good choice.
Finally.
Fantastic.
Lifer is pleased.
Maybe we'll see him Vet 3. It's almost impossible.
Oh,
dear.
2 members already. Says, hello, welcome to the party.
Welcome to the Brumbar party. You're not invited because you keep hitting the dirt. Other than that, Zis is...
That is a low health Ostrippen squad.
Yeah, those Zis riflemen will actually decrew that one pretty well. Ostrippen still cap at half speed, so they won't be the best unit to capture those points with.
I think it's been returned to full speed.
Has it really?
Yeah, the last patch. Yeah,
I think it must have been.
Since they're 200 manpower now.
Well,
yeah, they're more.
Also could use the counter tactics to cap those points faster. Brumbar taking some shots. I think that's from the Zis. Yeah, it was from the Zis. We'll have to repair that one. We do have 2 squads of Pioneers though, so the repairs won't be that bad. Another squad would be nice though.
T-34 engaging up the top.
Oh, a bold move here, going in for the Pumas.
Just isolated.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
there's also
that's the second time.
Go for a target weak point here.
He could do that indeed. That T-34 will get taken out. Nice retreating, having the command tank in front.
Should chase.
Yeah, that was nice positioning. Didn't go for the chase. He definitely could have done, but this is nearby. He probably knew that. Playing it safe, and he can play it safe. He doesn't need to go for any risky dives at this stage. Half track has been repaired, and it will be very effective against these Grenadiers. Brumbar starting to fire once again against those grouped up.
Just edge a little bit closer, and he'll lay in a nice round here.
Yeah, there we look at those guards. Oh! Brumbar.
There it is.
Thank you, Brumbar.
What does Vindicarex have to say?
Let's wait
it's
for
coming,
it.
I'm sure.
Viper is so pleased right now, aren't you, buddy?
T-34
That's impressive.
may get taken out here, but that Puma is playing a risk game. Even the quad half track will take the Pumas down pretty low and pretty fast. This not quite in the right direction.
Kill the Puma.
Yeah, nice work there. Meanwhile, Howitzer, where are we firing? We're firing down to the north. To the bunker, not the most important target, but with that Puma down, that's a bit of a blow. Hasn't lost the Vet 2-1, which is important. I would like to see a third Pyro, given that there's so many vehicles.
Yeah, agreed. A third Pyro would be a good option right now, and he can replace that Puma immediately as well.
Yeah, so much fuel in the bank, 300 fuel. It's actually quite absurd.
Yeah, it is nice when you have a good solid unit composition, and then you can start floating up those resources. So even if you do trade evenly or uncost efficiently during these engagements, because of your map control, you really can go for anything. And I'm pretty sure he has virtually every tier as well as SturmTigerGiap. He has at least 1 and 2 and 4. So
the MG bunker lives to see another day.
Look at the pin. The pin is successful.
Yeah, well done. We'll delay that bottom cutoff. I'm not sure why that point is green. Why is
the command tank? It's his aura ability.
But
he's not in that too.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
The command tank's down here.
Then I don't know.
That's very strange. Other than that, though, Zis will finally take it out, but the MG doing some pretty good damage against the neg cover. The incendiary rounds would have been even better, but it will not even matter at the stage of this. Will get taken out, and T-Crude, MG bunker survives.
How often do you see support weapons fighting against each other in that close range?
Oh dear, he's getting a bit upset here.
And I bet the MG bunker wouldn't like to see the Maxim try and crude side of it.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a Panther on the build for SturmTigerGiap, which is a bit of a curious choice because of the composition of Vindicarex's forces.
Yeah, I think just another command tank would be better, honestly. Just drive in, just kill the howitzers. Because the Panther, it won't be very good against the command, so the Zisses and the guards, whereas the command tank, yeah, they're pretty good.
Command tank definitely would be a nice pick up there, but the howitzers definitely need to get dealt with. I think that's the only real danger here for SturmTigerGiap is the howitzers just start balling really, really hard. I mean, Vet 2, Vet 1.
And Vet 1.
It's
nice.
still only got 15 kills. What's going on? It's like...
He's been hitting armor or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a veterancy race at this stage. This one may even overtake it, and that would be pretty good. Zis, though, being reinforced by the half-track, and will survive as a result. But the command tank here doing some pretty good damage against the Zis. Where is the Brumbar? Really needs to join this fight right now. It's at the top. T-34 moving in for the engage. We do have Falso from the Ostrippens. It looks like he will find it. Brumbar will have to have support, though. Won't trade very effectively.
T-34 is so deep yet again. Vindicarex, what are you doing, buddy?
That was a
howitzer. I think it was a howitzer.
Oh, just a close range Brumbar shot. Okay.
Yeah, very powerful indeed. T-34, got to be careful now. The Pumas are swooping in.
Oh, the Panther's coming to support.
Yeah, that's going to be a dead T-34. Vindicare really not holding on to his T-34s, throwing them away, and just to no benefit.
Yeah, I really don't understand the play here from Vindicarex. He just... just continuously, one after another, his T-34s just drive in and die. And even then, he had 2 T-34s. Could have used them in synergy and just didn't.
Yeah, that's insane. Not quite hitting very well at that long range. Bunker will finally fall, or perhaps not. Command Tank and the Panther driving back in again. There's just no way to contest this armor. Really needs to just focus more on the Zis play. That is a strafe run, I believe, coming out of Vindicare. Will do a lot of damage to the Puma.
Pretty reasonable there. It might have been about 30 or 40%.
Didn't wipe the MG though, and I think at this point Vindicarex is I wouldn't say out of this game, but he's not,
he needs to win a big engagement. Well. He's got to take care of 1 or 2 of those vehicles.
Yeah, he needs to do something about the vehicle advantage and just the sheer amount of float that
there we go. Could be a decrew.
Yeah.
Brumbar, I'm disappointed. You didn't decrew the Zis in a single shot.
What's going on there, buddy?
Half-Strike's going to be really nice to reinforce.
Oh, we still got a strafe laying in some rounds, and that's done a good job.
Yeah, this Half-Track really paying off, but 4 members on the Zis.
Did you call that a heart attack?
Did I?
I think you might have.
Well, the Half-Track really paying off, but not enough. 4 crew members, not ideal against a Brumbar. You want at least 6, if possible. But the VPs are creeping quite low here for Vindicare. Only 98 are left. And the infantry advantage is now even here for SturmTiger. The Osttroopers aren't fantastic, but there's just such little conscripts and with such little veterancy.
That's just about it. So, I think we've seen another T-34 go down. That's pretty much the GG now. I think that's the best unit composition I've seen in a long time. Panther, Brumbar, Command Tank. Ah, I love that Puma. I love that so much.
Yeah, really good unit mixing indeed. Recrewing the Zis. Brumbar, got to be happy about that one, but another Zis in the back lines, Vetu as well, so we'll be a bit more effective about that one. Having that extra accuracy. 2 Zises are going to be pretty powerful head-on. Would be nice to flank that one, especially with the Command Tank. But again, the VP still are creeping rather low. He's going to have to really, engage fast and hard.
What I'd quite like to see from SturmTigerGiap.
Can you close the door?
Yes, I will. No problem.
Is a Panzerwerfer.
Yeah.
You know, we're getting these in place positions in the center from Vindicarex, and that could really lay in some nice rounds here. And then he could come in with the armor once he's on the move and finish off, get a really big engagement win.
Yeah, T-34 will be able to hold 1 point. Sneaky cabin down the bottom. S-mines are still there. Hit the dirting. I don't see why he's doing that. Not against a Brumbar, because that'll get wiped. But anyway.
Got my mic back. Yay. Yes, asking for the wife there. For sure. Vindicarex, I mean, he tried hard. He's down to what? It's 69 command points now. No pun intended. It really was. Yeah, the hit to-dirts really haven't been that great thus far.
I just really don't understand Vindicare's playstyle. Like, if you're gonna go for PPSH hit the dirt, why would you go for that tier 2 play and not spam cons? Like, I think if you go this commander, which has a lot of weaknesses, you really have to make up for it by really going for that aggressive 7 con PPSH spam.
Yeah, that's the only the real way you have issues with the PPSHs is when there's literally so many conscript squads you just can't find a good engage. Yeah, here we go.
And another thing is, go for the cons, go for the guards, especially against Pumas. He could have gone for a 2nd guard squad earlier in this match.
Yeah, I think that would help as well. But at this stage, these tanks are just having free reign. 26 kills on the Brumbar.
Are we going to see a rush in these howitzers finally?
Oh, I hope so.
No, I think he's going north.
Yeah, that's the one thing I would like to see as well, is go for those points. But I think then you have to worry about is the mines, and that's why you carry minesweeper when you go for those flanks. Even if you don't clear the mines, if you reveal the mines with a sweeper, they won't detonate even if you drive over them. They will if you get shot though, so you gotta be careful you don't sort of fight above them. T-34 will get taken out here by the Panther, abandoned even. I don't know if we have any more pop cap, but you don't need pop cap to recruit.
Yeah,
that's true. That's GG.
Go over.
I think one of my replays, I can't remember who it was against. I was casted by Imperial Dane. I had like 5 IS2s because I had 2 recruit over pop cap.
Crazy. So I had what your number was? Pop cap number?
I think it was like 115.
Wow. Yeah, I've had something like that before.
It was funny.
Where I got an abandoned IS2 plus had 2 tigers and a really big army. So
it's pretty cool stuff. Well, interesting game there. I think if you want to go like PPSHs, go Advanced Warfare because you have the T-34-85s and those are so powerful. If you want to go Garden Howitzers, there are better commanders. It just seems like Vindicarex, he wasn't quite sure what his playstyle was, which is odd because he looked at him straight away. Like he went for this commander as soon as the game started, but his strategy seemed rather inconsistent. And
well, he started very strongly. And he exploited nicely with that T-70, I think. And then what we have to congratulate SturmTigerGiap here for seeing the strategy that he was up against and picking the right commander.
Yeah,
Those
he did
Pumas
really well.
came on and cancelled the tier 3.
Yeah, good play, and that's all he had. He just had no other option than the tier 3, so that really was what shut him down. But that'll wrap this one up for now, unless we have any last words.
That's it.
All right, thanks
That's
for watching.
Thanks, guys.
We're the General Gentlemen.
See ya.
Catch you later.